Good morning, everyone. Beautiful morning out this morning. I got my hair washed this morning, so it is in the process of drying. Let's have some coffee. hmm I love these hearts. hmm Yeah, it says, I love you. All right, so I took some time this weekend and just chilled out and relaxed and enjoyed myself. And I needed a weekend like that. And so that's what I did. Um, I do have plans for this week. I've already taken my car for its spin. I do it every day. Some days I take you along and some days I don't. Today I didn't take you along because I just wanted to get out and get it done and come back. All right. And so, yeah, so hmm we're getting things done. Now I got that grocery order yesterday from a viewer who I want to thank again, and they know who they are. And so I am going to get into the kitchen today and we're going to get some things done. I was looking over the items that they sent me, and I can see some of the meals that they had bought all the ingredients for. Okay. And so I'm excited about getting in here and creating some of those meals. All right. It was funny because when I was unpacking it yesterday, my brain wasn't processing completely everything that they gave me and um, how it is going to apply. Okay. And so I was just unpacking it. And so I was very excited to kind of allow my brain to process some of the items that they gave me and figure out how I'm going to, yeah, how I'm going to do it. All right. So I'm excited about getting in. And the only thing that I couldn't have is the okra. My family loved okra and they grew it. Okay. And my whole family eats okra, okay? But I can't prepare it, nor can I touch it, okay? It breaks me out in hives. And we figured that out when I was very young, when I was in the kitchen helping my mom. And I went out to pick some of the okra and came back in and told my mom that I was itching. And before I knew it, I was broke out from all the way from here, all the way down. And at first she said, maybe it's the plant itself because people are allergic to the plant itself. Okay? Not necessarily the okra itself, but the plant. So then she put me in the kitchen to help process. And I never ate okra because I didn't like it. All right. And so even as a child, I would like spit it out when they offered it to me. So she never pushed the issue. All right. And so when I was helping, we ate it fried. Okay. And so when I was helping her prepare the fried okra to go into the freezer, once again I broke out. And so that's when she said, no, you are not going to eat okra, okay? Because we don't want it to go down and break you out on the inside. So I learned early that okra was not my thing. Okay, I couldn't do it. Anyway, so let's move on. All right. Now, some of my viewers have asked me if I'm going to get a new pet. And the answer to that is I don't know. Okay? I don't. Okay? I have to do what's best for me right now. And right now, what's best for me is to give myself time. Okay? I need to give myself time and make a wise decision for myself. Okay? And decide if I'm going to adopt a new pet, because here where I live, adopting a pet is not just picking up a pet and taking it to the vet and getting it. It's not that. If I'm going to the local shelter, then it involves me paying for them to get spayed or neutered. It involves immediately after getting spayed and neutered going right into the vet for a checkup. So not only do I have to pay $100 or more to get them spayed or neutered, then I have to also come up with the money, $50 to $75 for them to see a vet. Okay, and so it's not a cheap process to adopt here. Right. Necessary and good for the pets, but you know, $150, $200 in expenses for vets is what it costs here to adopt. And so I have to decide if that's something that I want to, you know, invest in right now. I need to make sure that certain things get happen after the hurricane, all right, and things get done. And so I'm focused on that right now. Maybe eventually I'll get another pet. And I don't even know what I want to get, because I've owned cats and I've owned dogs. I've owned gerbils. I had a Shetland pony at one time, but I won't be having that. I've had chickens. So I don't know right now exactly what I'm going to, you know, if I'm going to get a new pet and what it might be. All right. So we'll see. All right. Like I said, right now I've got things that need to get done to the house. I've got doctor's appointments that I need to get scheduled and get to, because I haven't been doing it. I haven't been going to see my doctor because of the car. And now that I realize that I have to take it for a spin every day, I can schedule these doctor's appointments and get them done. All right. We've had our little conversation in the morning. You guys have a blessed day. And we're going to get into my house and my kitchen, and we're going to get some things done today. I'm going to take a look at those meals that were sent to me, the items, and we're going to create meals out of them. And I'm hoping that this person assembled these things for these particular meals. So let's see. All right, let's get in the kitchen. But before we get in the kitchen, I am going to show you guys. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. There it is. We have mushrooms in the garden. Yep, I don't know if you call them toadstools, mushrooms, but they're a fungus, and they're in my garden. And we're going to leave them there and let them go through their thing and, you know, decompose right in there. All right, hey guys. The first thing that I'm going to do this morning is I have some bacon that I took out of the freezer, and it needs to get cooked up. So I'm going to get that started. Today is kind of a cool day outside because we're having thunderstorms on and off. And so it's a perfect day to fire up the oven, and it's not going to heat the house up crazy hot, okay? And so let's get in here and let's get this bacon cooked up. I took all of my cast iron out of the oven, heated up the oven to 350, and you can see that the bacon, let me get it over there, the bacon is in the oven. So we're going to leave it in there about 15-20 minutes, and then we're going to check on it. Bacon is out of the oven. Oven is off. You have the fan going because I want to extract all of this heat from the oven out of the house. So we got the fan going. What I'm gonna do is I am going to take one of my tongs that I always have hanging right here. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the bacon on this platter and get it draining. And I love some crispy bacon. Okay? I like it really, really crispy. So we're gonna get this out of the grease. And onto the platter like this. And this is a whole package of bacon, thick cut. I think it's a pound. I use it on sandwiches, I use it in salads, I use it for a lot of things. So I like it crispy. So it can be crumbled up into things. I know some of you are going to say, that's burned bacon. It's not. Okay? That's the way I like it. If you cook it the way you like it, I cook it the way I like it. I like it very, very crispy. And so, yes. It's dark bacon. Go. I'm gonna let this sit and drain for a while. And while this is warm, I am going to take this and put this in my baking. Well, I'm going to get a new jar. Okay, give me a minute. This is empty. I can stick it in the dishwasher and wash it. So let me get a clean jar. The new bacon. New bacon grease. And I think I'm going to use a recycled jar. Because I have a lid for it. And this is an old queso jar that I tell my friends and family to hang on to these jars like this for me because I reuse them. And I've used them for canning. I've used them for many things. You can recan with these. You can use them as a, for bacon grease like this. Okay? And so I'm going to get this into this jar carefully. I'm doing this off to the side because I don't have like 5 cameras to put inside my house. Okay? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I'll be able to afford it. You can see all the bacon grease is off of that now. And I'm going to do the same thing over here with this one. go. Now I have a pound of bacon cooked up, and I have a new jar of bacon grease that will be going into my refrigerator to be used. You know, you don't have to refrigerate bacon grease, by the way. I do it, but you don't have to. Okay. So, here we go. Some bacon grease, alright? And here's the lid to it. And we are going to, I'm bringing you guys along. I am going to give you some hot water going in your sink, and we're going to wash this stuff up. Because it's much easier to wash this stuff up before it cools down. Okay? And I do take steps to make it easier for me to wash up, like I use aluminum foil on the pan, so I don't destroy the non-stick coating on these pans. I am going to put some soapy water, and we're going to clean this jar off with soapy water so that it doesn't have grease all over it. Okay, just like that. Here we go. And then I'm going to take this aluminum foil, package it up. Yeah, I'm going to take you guys along as I do this. Sure. Okay, the heat is gone from here, so I can turn this off. And I'm gonna bring you guys over here. Y'all be careful. Okay, don't get dizzy. And I'm gonna bring you along and do the dishes. Do the dishes up. Okay. We're gonna wash this off. This one wasn't really dirty, and that's why I'm washing it first. It was completely covered with aluminum foil, so. But we're gonna wash it anyway. I'm gonna stick it over on my draining rack over there. And then we're gonna do this one. I'm trying really hard with these non-stick pans, baking stuff that I got, to keep it clean but not, you know, ruin the surface of it. But what I'm discovering is that simple things are taking the coating off. You can see right here. I made a pizza on this yesterday and used the pizza cutter because it was like a flatbread pizza, and used a pizza cutter, and look. Yep. So I'm trying real hard to keep it from ruining, but you know, it happens. And so I'm not going to keep it a secret from you. I'll show it to you. Alright. So with this one, I'll use it until it starts rusting, and then I will look for another one. Alright, that's all I wanted. So I do want to, hold on. I do want to wipe the stove off, the top of the stove. Let me get over here and do that. Check and make sure everything is cooled down. It has, on this side at least. So. Alright, half of it's done. Let's do the other half. Let's wipe the other half down. Okay. One of the things that I did is I ran out of bread this month because it's a 5-week instead of a 4-week month, and so I may end up having to maybe cook some bread at some point. I think I got underneath the grates. Okay. Alright, I'm going to wipe down the back of the stove a little bit. And as soon as I got in from outside, coffee, you know, morning coffee on the porch. As soon as I got in, it started raining, guys. Yep. I beat the rain. That was my goal this morning, was get out there and beat this rain and get everything done outside that I wanted to get done. Like coffee on my porch and taking the car for a spin. And I did. I got it all done. All right, there we go. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and spray this down a little cleaner. All right, let's go ahead and spray all this down. All right. So this little job I got done. And cleaned up after it. Now you guys might be asking, why do I have dial soap here? Well, here's the thing. I get this from the essentials pantry that I go to, and I don't use dial soap in the shower because it dries my skin out, okay? But I do take advantage of the things that I receive from there, and I use it in a way that is okay for me. And so washing my hands in the kitchen is one way for me to use that dial soap. Get it used and appreciate them for giving it to me in my bag, and then I can just put lotion on my hands, okay? So that's why that dial soap is back there. All right, the bacon is cooling. I'll bring you back when I start bagging it up. I'm bringing you guys in to show you what I'm making today. And so for my first meal, okay, it is 12:24 right now. And so I am ready for my first meal today. And I have potatoes that I need to get used up. So I have one potato peeled and cut up, and a piece of onion that is sauteing in the skillet. And potatoes take a little bit for them to get done, cook through. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm cooking through these potatoes and getting them crispy on the outside, a little crispy on the outside, okay? And then I'm using the bacon grease from this morning for when I cook bacon. And now I'm gonna throw in 2 eggs, scrambled up. Okay. Now let it sit. And then I'm going to start pulling it in. Filling it in with the egg that has not cooked. Let it sit for a minute. Now one of the viewers said you can put like a lid over it and it'll cook it. And I've done that in the past, okay? Great idea. One way to definitely cook the eggs, but I tend to like to do it this way. It's just my preference. And the reason is because it's one less dish that I have to wash. I don't have to wash the lid, okay? Yeah, call me lazy. Here we go. I got it turned over, and so the other side will cook down. And this, my friends, I'm not going to have any bread or anything because the potatoes are in there. And so that's good enough for the carbs for me right now, okay? I actually shouldn't be having a potato, but okay, so. Get my fork out here. And I'm checking to make sure that the egg is completely done. I think I'm going to flip it one more time. Oh. That had a little shiny spot on it, so I want to make sure that the egg is done. And the reason is because those eggs, this is week 5 for those eggs, so they're still good, okay? There's nothing wrong with them, but I want to make sure I scramble the eggs and get it cooked through, okay? Because they're older eggs. Here we go. And there we go. And this, my friends, is what I'm going to have for my first meal of the day. You can call it breakfast, you can call it brunch, you can call it lunch. Okay. But it's almost 1 o'clock. Okay. And, and let me back the camera up so you can see. And 1 piece of bacon. Okay? Hey everyone. I want to thank you guys for coming along with me today. I am going to show you my plate. You can see there's green beans here. You turn it around. This is the chicken from the rotisserie chicken that I received yesterday as a gift. And we got 2 small ears of corn here, okay? And this is what I'm having for dinner tonight. So the viewer that sent me that grocery order from Walmart, let the feasting begin, okay? The 2 chickens, the 2 rotisserie chickens, we're getting the first meal out of it today. Tomorrow, I'm going to break that up, and I'm going to create meals for myself out of it. And not only that, I'm going to collect the chicken bones, and guess what? I'm going to make chicken broth out of that. So, yeah, I got plans for that chicken, all right? And it's going to be good meals for me for the rest of this week, okay? I want to thank each and every one of you for coming along with me today. Be blessed, everyone, because I know I'm blessed. You guys bless me each and every day. I am going to leave playlists for you guys. Please go back and watch my older videos. It helps me. If you haven't seen some of my older videos, go back and watch them. I tried really hard to put them on playlists so it's easy for you guys to watch them. And every view that you do on my videos helps me. Every comment, every like. And if you haven't already subscribed to my videos, please do so. Hit the subscribe button because, you know, it doesn't cost you anything and it helps me out tremendously. So I will see you tomorrow, okay? I have plans for tomorrow.